This experience for our students. Now be recorded.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Krishna Chaitanya, the convener of this FDP, to give an overview of the program. Over to Dr. Krishna Chaitanya.
Thank you very much, Dr. Meenakshi, for your remarks on the International FDP. Good morning, everyone. I'm Krishna Chaitanya, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this two-day FDP on innovative techniques for effective teaching online and offline. The objective of this FDP is to understand the role of teachers in making teaching effective through their approaches, methods, and techniques. The focus for a long time has been on input, but it's critical to observe outcomes and lay more stress on them. A technique is the application made in the course of teaching activities, and techniques could be instructive, illustrative, and interactive, and demonstrative as well. This can be done for student participation, involvement, understanding. Teaching that allows for creative thinking provides opportunities and scope for individualized instruction, personalized instruction, or we call it humanization or personalized instruction. These things certainly allow learners to learn at their own pace, place, and comfort, besides positive and stress-free environment. The FDP starts with a session by Mr. Kiran Chandra, corporate trainer, who will talk about practical techniques to impressive teaching, both online and offline. The resource person for this session, the next session, is Mr. B. Sashidhar, who is going to take up a session on tools and techniques for effective teaching, online and offline. And Mr. Sashidhar teaches English and is head of the professional development unit at the Prince Satam University, Saudi Arabia. The first session on day 2, the 13th June 2020, is on CEAT, that is Critical Elements of Articulate Teaching, which will be delivered by Dr. Joel Sadpalli, freelance examiner for the British Council, and he is also a Cambridge teacher trainer. And that will be followed by my session, in which I'll talk about flipped classroom technology. The program will end with a vote of thanks at about 12:30 p.m. Thank you very much all for joining our two-day international webinar. I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to mention another important thing. What has been started as national FDP program has become international, because we've got an international resource person. Along with, we've got about 12 participants from outside India. People are from Oman. We have from KSA, that is Saudi Arabia. A few individuals are also from Qatar and Syria. So we welcome all the participants again, and we will proceed with the next part of the program. Now, in this context, I'd like to welcome the head of the Department of Maths and Humanities, MGIT, Professor Ramanamurthy, sir. Professor Ramanamurthy is known in academic circles for his expertise and a lot of work is carried out in the field of mathematics. He has a lot of patents for his credit, published more than 300 research papers, and has been a visiting professor in several national and international universities. With this brief introduction, I'd like to welcome the head of our department, Professor Ramanamurthy. Sir.
Okay. Should I start? Hello. Hello.
Please start, sir.
Yeah. Good morning to everybody. Our distinguished speakers and our principal, Professor Jaishankar sir, and distinguished speakers and faculty members and other participants for this international FDP, two-day FDP on innovative technologies for effective teaching online and offline. On behalf of the Department of M&H of the Mahatma Institute of Technology, I have the pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of you in receiving the deliberations from the distinguished resource persons and who have been drawn from in and around the globe. The theme of this is basically to create a virtual classroom environment where ICT plays a major role. You know very well. ICT is basically information and communication technology. You can impact students' learning when teachers are not present. It is the basic objective, and ICT has their skills are there. They are useful for everyday usage they are in context of the digital technology, and without communication, nothing can be achieved. And ICT based skills include computers, tablet, and mobile phones, etc., browsing internet, making videos, etc. Now, there are what we call some of the areas in which I am expecting the resource persons to speak, like different types of skills, different types of tools which are essential for this in order to create the virtual classroom. Because entire tomorrow's scenario will be only on virtual classroom teaching, where the communication plays a major role, and without English, nothing can be achieved. So, keeping this in our mind, we have given due importance for what we call information and communication technology, and in that we use what we call virtual classroom, where IoT and IoE plays a major role. So therefore, because I am basically from working in these areas, IoT and IoE, then I will also join in these sessions. And if anything is of that interest, definitely we will see that will be implemented in our college. And I wish all the participants a successful stay for receiving the deliberations on this in this webinar. Thank you very much, and best of luck to everybody. Bye.
Thank you very much, sir, for your brief remarks and deliberations. In this context, I'd like to request our principal, Jaishankar, sir, to address the gathering and share his message. Yeah. May I request Mr. Jaishankar, sir, can you please join and address the gathering, sir? Yeah, participants, can you please kindly wait for about a minute or two? Meanwhile, we'll get back to you.
On behalf of the FDP team, and I wholeheartedly welcome Professor Jaishankar, the principal of MGIT. With his energy, enthusiasm, and focus on education and learning, our institution has achieved greater excellence. I now request Professor Jaishankar to please address the audience.
Welcome back, all. Principal sir is busy in important work. We will continue with the guest speaker. Well, I feel it's a privilege to introduce our guest speaker, Mr. Kiran Chandra, who has graciously accepted our invitation to deliver a talk in this two-day international faculty development program on innovative techniques in effective teaching, online and offline. Mr. Kiran Chandra has 20 years of rich experience in training as well as training in English language as well as business communication. He has expertise in the areas of behavioral skills, English language, basic communication skills, professional and personal development. He obtained his PG diploma in PGDT from CFL, now known as CFL University. He received his Master of Philosophy in Linguistics and Phonetics in 2001 from EFL University. Yeah. He's been contributing a lot for English language, and he is certified as examiner for International English Language, that's IELTS, British Council, and IDP Australia. He is also Cambridge certified examiner for the business English certification courses, level 1, level 2, and level 3. Besides that, he is an image consultant, trainer, coach, and guest speaker. Some of his areas of expertise, there's an exhaustive list, but I can read you out a few. General English, soft skills, interview skills, email writing and etiquette, content development, editing and proofreading, teacher training, faculty development programs, coaching for IELTS, TOEFL, ICIT, GMAT, and a lot of competitive examinations. And some of his very well-known clients are Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, Standard Chartered Bank, MATV, Melon Laboratories, a lot. So with this few words, I'd like to invite our guest speaker to deliver his lecture.
Good morning, all of you. Thank you for attending this meeting, and a big thanks to MGIT, the conveners, and the management. Let me get straight into the presentation, as we are already running late. Let me all right, I hope you're able to see the screen here. Once again, thank you very much for joining, and sorry for the technical difficulty. Just a minute, please. Thank you very much. I'm back again. When Chaitanya and I were discussing the theme of the topics to be dealt with on this FDP, we thought it would be pretty highly relevant to talk about tips and techniques to make impressive presentations as a teacher in the classroom or online and offline. So I thought there's enough theory available on various platforms. There is print and digital. There are print and digital resources available everywhere in the world, very easily accessible. So let me begin straight away with my observations that I would like to share with you on how to impress students in the classroom and thereby gain a lot of satisfaction and professional growth as well. Okay. So let me start with some of the observations of mine. So I visit engineering colleges and schools, especially engineering colleges, to conduct several CRT programs, campus recruitment training programs. And I get to listen to teachers and students talking, interacting, and communicating. Okay, so one of the things that I observed is Indianisms in schools and colleges. Indianisms are true translations, the discourse markers, the fillers, and certain sentences that we use. I'm proud of my country and my English. I wish someday the Prime Minister of the country makes us the global ambassadors for Indian English. Okay, here am I. Here I am. So I heard some of the sentences like this: "Why you are late? I will cut your marks. I will not give you attendance. What do you know? You know nothing. Arey, by chance the principal came here. Huh? This is how teachers talk on the campus. Okay, we will do one thing. What you do is you do one thing. No, that's how we keep talking. You know, no. The best one I heard is you know, no. And also I have heard people answering that as no, and people say you know, no, and the students answer no sir, but you know, no sir. So that's how the communication keeps going on. They came, no, I told you, no, exams are coming near, what you are doing here, go and study. Okay, so this is the kind of English that's spoken. Now, as a teacher or as an individual, I have the liberty to choose what kind of English I speak. As a presenter, as a teacher, however, we are under obligation to have simple English and a neutral accent as much as possible as one of the primary tools of impressive teaching. It keeps the students engaged, especially online, if the teacher has very good, a smooth, and a neutral accent. So in this regard, to prepare myself, when Chaitanya approached me to talk on these skills about 10 days back, the first thing I did, I quickly pondered upon how much I know about what kind of English is spoken in schools and colleges, as I'm a freelance trainer. So what I did, I got in touch with some of my friends. So it is my duty to mention some of them here. I quickly got in touch with Professor Sucharan Reddy, Professor Shyam Sundar, Professor Richard Deere, Professor Sridhar, Professor Dr. Mallam Naveen, and of course, Dr. Krishna Chaitanya, and Dr. Meenakshi, who have helped me in giving me some input on how I should go about this program. So I thought, with my observations and their input, I thought it is good to talk on those lines. So with the kind of English and the pronunciation that is spoken in schools and colleges, I have made my presentation into some of these quick tips and techniques for you. Also there are certain Indianisms, the general English translations that people speak in everyday life, this is how our English is. I'm very proud of our English, in fact. So these are some of the sentences that I overheard, apart from in schools and colleges. Sentences like morning, morning, where going, sir? And also the answers for them are also beautiful. They say, nowhere, sir, just throwing one round. What I like about Indianisms is some of these sentences are grammatically fine. There are no grammar mistakes there. They are fantastic sentences, and they're loaded with expression. I feel a British English sentence for these would be pretty funny, actually. So, acha, tomorrow onwards, holidays are full enjoy from now onwards. Suddenly, if you ask me like this, what I can do? No? You tell me, huh? Okay, he's troubling you, you do one thing, you simply cut him. Okay, so these are the kind of sentences I had the privilege to overhear among members of faculty when they are outside the campuses or in the campus, and how they speak to different people. Okay, another fantastic thing that I've observed is duplication. That is, we have different varieties. We have very big classrooms. It is really important. Okay, and sentences like for small issues he makes a big problems. So these are some of the wonderful sentences that I've come across. And okay, sentences like this. So as teachers, language teachers, I'm sure are aware of most of the things that I'm going to discuss here as part of my presentation. However, the non-language teachers, as the medium of instruction is English, I thought it is important to be aware of certain mistakes that we make unknowingly in our everyday speech or in the interaction with students in the classroom. So therefore, I grouped these for you. Then my next topic is redundancy. This is another fantastic characteristic of Indian English, or the way we interact with people in the classrooms. So repeat again is the most common one I heard. Return back, repeat itself means speak again. Again is not required there. Redundancy is the concept where another word which has a similar meaning is used in the context. So for example, when students do not understand the teacher, or they have something to clarify, or they want us to repeat, they would normally say, please repeat again. Again is a word which rolls off most of the Indian speakers' mouth. The minute they say repeat, again rolls off automatically. So when we say repeat, again is not required. When we say return back is not required. When we say discuss, the dictionary meaning of the word discuss is to talk about something. And so after discuss, the word about is not really required. Then less discount is another fantastic word that we use. Then the most important of all, I felt, the tip of all that I've listed here for this show, I thought lingo and mannerisms are two important things that we need to consider. I remember from my school days, teachers I remember from my school days, teachers speaking in a particular lingo. Lingo is the tone or the style with which people in a particular profession or in a particular event speak. For example, preachers have a lingo like teachers. So school teachers have a lingo, something like this. Come on, children, all of you, come on, stand up, stand on the bench, write down, please listen carefully, don't make noise. These are the kind, that's what exactly his lingo is. Now, I have observed in engineering and tertiary level of education and colleges, also professors and teachers have a particular lingo rather than a conversational style. Especially if it is online, I think a conversational style is more important than a delivery kind of a tone. Professors speak like this. Okay, now all of you, today's topic is electrical engineering. The concept, the basic core concepts of electrical engineering. Concepts are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So most of them have a PowerPoint presentation, which they project, which they show, and they start talking in, probably it sounds more like reading it out aloud. And the poor students there keep listening to them, though they are bored, and though they know that the teacher is just reading aloud from the PPTs or from the screens there. So it's important. I know, I mean, all of you definitely know about all these techniques. As part of teacher training, we have seen, we have gone through enough of tools and techniques on how to impress the students in the classroom. So I'm sure we all definitely know, but we must make a very conscious effort to not sound like a teacher these days. It's important, especially when we are online. Also in the classroom, I have always had a conversational style of delivery. Okay, so and some of the teachers I've also observed that what ma, where ma, why ma, bujji, kanna, and words like this, certain fantastic enduring terms. I felt both ways. I mean, there are advantages and disadvantages of using such words of endearingness, I mean, endearment. And mannerisms, you know, professors have, you know, this is a very important concept, you know, the exams are, you know, you need to prepare, you know, it is very important for your career, you know, so these are the fillers, these are the word prompts or voice prompts lecturers use. And understood, not understood, right? All right. So at the end of, when we make a point, when we are under the impression that we delivered a point, or we made a point, or we gave a tip to the students, we end up saying understood, not understood. Understood, right? Fine. All right. Okay. Any doubts? Any questions? Okay. For questions, any questions? So that's how the delivery of teachers go. So now we'll look at what to do in place of these things. Another thing that I've observed, I'm sure most of my compatriots, English language teachers on this show agree with me. We Indians do not do not use question tags in our conversation. Very rare I have heard people using question tags. Even the best of English speakers in the country do not really use question tags. Even if they use the wrong question tags. That is, for example, they use isn't it for every sentence. For example, they say, you know it, right? Now, in place of question tags, we have a very funny way of using sentences. You know it, right? He already told no. This topic is already over, no? We discussed this, na? He did not speak well, no? She's singing well, kada? You're okay, no? You're okay, no? You look okay, no? Why you're not coming to college? So this is the kind of lingo, or this is the kind of tone we talk in. So now the non-English teachers on this show, I would probably, you should, you can do web search, look at question tags. It takes only about 2 to 5 minutes for you to pick them up. For example, the first one, you know it, right? The sentence would be, you know it, don't you? He already told us, didn't he? This topic is already over, didn't it? Okay. We discussed this now. We discussed this, didn't we? He did not speak well, did he? She's singing well, isn't she? You're okay, aren't you? So if there are, I'm sure all of you know that there are 12 tenses in English language. And if there are 12 tenses, there should be 12 question tags. However, please take help of your English teachers or do web search to learn question tags. These are the most effective tools I felt in a language classroom. It gives us the power over the students. It gives us control. This is something I always heard in the Indian schools and colleges. People use the word controlling the class. People use that phrase, controlling the class. The class is not under control. Students are not sitting in control. The whole session goes in controlling the class. These are the kind of sentences that I keep hearing all the time from my friends from working in different educational institutions. Now, I felt that thorough preparation, good command over subject knowledge, a neutral accent, if not a British or an American accent, a proper pronunciation, a good PowerPoint presentation, good audiovisual tools, blah, blah, blah. There are so many things, there are so many techniques and tools that could be used to make classroom teaching and delivery effective. Of them, I felt question tags are one of the powerful devices. So if I'm, for example, let's say the class is not under control, we can say, students, I'm sure we discussed it already that you would all be, sitting silent, didn't we? We discussed it already. You have all agreed, haven't you? Now that particular phrase keeps them thinking. That particular phrase actually inculcates a kind of, puts in a kind of fear in them, and they start looking at you a little bit more attention. And fluency of English language doesn't mean that a person should learn the English language completely, know all the words in the English language, know the right pronunciation of all the words in the English language. Not necessarily, okay? What we could do is probably, one of my tips and suggestions is to make an inventory, make a complete list of all the words and sentences that you would use as part of your profession. Okay, probably that would be around 2,000 words and maybe about 500 to 600, 1,000 sentences. And if we can know how to pronounce them properly, then we would definitely be, it would be impressive. Students would look, would give a lot of respect, would look up to us, and it would be interesting for them to listen to what we are speaking. For example, there's some of the mispronounced words here, regularly mispronounced words in institutions are exam. I heard a lot of people saying exam or exam or exam, exam. Okay, so whereas the right pronunciation is exam. Engineering colleges, engineering colleges, electrical, civil and electrical. It's not electrical, it is electrical. And abacus, whereas the right pronunciation is abacus. Then there are words where we mispronounce them or use the same word for both. For example, quiet and quite. A lot of people, please keep quiet instead of saying please keep quiet. I would like you to be quiet for some time. You say please keep quiet. Okay, quite interesting. So very rare that I've heard teachers using the word with the right pronunciation, quiet. And the fantastic one is college, marriage, cabbage, and all. So college is the right pronunciation. Student, never. I love this pronunciation. Never, and quality for quality. So never is the right pronunciation. And government, principal for principal, and management for management, and the faculty is something that I love very much. Faculty, and career and carrier is another important thing. A lot of teachers mispronounce this as the word career as career, Career also, I heard many people saying career for career, and carrier, the truck, the carrier, career, and many people, again, I mean, many teachers say their, and their. So these are some of the examples for you. My tip for you from this is that please make a list of, for example, let's say you're a professor of electrical engineering. Look at all the sentences and so I hope you got my point here. Try and know the right pronunciation. Knowing the right pronunciation is just a matter of, I mean, it's as simple as checking it on your mobile handset. Any device, electronic device, go to Google, type the word, get to know the pronunciation, know the right pronunciation of all the words, know how to use the regular sentences that you would speak in the college, in your classroom, know the right pronunciation of these sentences. That definitely would add a great value to your style of delivery and to your satisfaction, and also to the next thing I would like to talk to you about is another some more Indian words and phrases. We have made certain fantastic words and phrases in English language, which I'm again very proud of them, like double action, over action, could you please. The word could itself is can plus please, and dirty fellow, useless fellow, end result, level best, co-brother, cousin sister, co-father-in-law. This is fantastic. I've come across co-father-in-law is, for your information, my brother's father-in-law would be a co-father-in-law for me. Cousin sister, I'm sure you know, a cousin who is a sister related is called cousin sister. Co-brother is my sister's, sorry, my wife's sister's husband would be a co-brother for me. And level best, best itself is the third level. When we use the word best, we don't need to use the word level. And the result is enough. We don't have to say the word end before result. Okay. I don't know what you would substitute with dirty fellow and useless fellow. But when we say, could you please, please is not required. Could you send the document by evening? Overaction is doing a lot of overaction. The students are doing overaction. The students are overreacting is better, overaction. And for double action, dual role is a better phrase there than types of sentences is another topic, is another important topic, or another important tip or element for all the for all teachers to know, so that we do not make funny sentences like you know now. Yesterday he came no. We did not discuss this already. We did not discuss this already. Tomorrow you are coming up. Principal sir said what? Where you live? Meeting was good, huh? Kiran sir gone. Okay, these are some of the sentences that I heard. So now there are four basic types of sentences called the positive, the negative, the question sentence, and the negative question. So the non-English teachers here, please get in. You know, you can do web search of this or talk to your English teachers about it. Yesterday he came no would be, didn't he come yesterday? That's called a negative question structure. Didn't he come yesterday? You know no is like, don't you know, is the right sentence. You know no. You know no. I heard a lot of people using that sentence. The principal came no, principal said no. So didn't the principal come today? Didn't the principal already say this? Didn't the teacher already say this? Didn't the professor discuss it? We did not discuss this already. when the students try to remind us something, then we say, we did not discuss this already? So didn't we discuss this earlier? Didn't we discuss this already? Didn't we discuss this already? Now, it so happens that I've observed that even English teachers sometimes do not use a proper question structure, which the students also, over a period of time, they get habituated to such kind of English. Sir, tomorrow you're coming, sir? Now, I get very tempted when people ask me to say, when people say, sir, coming, I get tempted to say, coming. I've heard people asking questions like, in India, you know, India is a great country. I love my country. I really love it. And as I'm growing old, I'm growing too patriotic about it. People ask abrupt questions like, sir, married, sir? Sir, married? I said, married. So, and with such displeasure, people answer questions when teachers I've seen, when it's they know that it's a working day, whereas for others it's a holiday. So I've come across them talking to each other saying, you have to come tomorrow. So you have to come tomorrow. Other college holiday no. So that's kind of conversation which students might overhear, and or maybe they may even eavesdrop. As such, students wait to find chances to imitate the teachers or make fun of teachers. So I thought these tips and techniques would help you to get rid of that a bit, or save ourselves a bit from students making fun of us. I remember I, as a student at school and college, I used to find opportunities to make fun of teachers and generate laughter among friends, which is, I feel, is definitely part of the game. We must be prepared to face that. So, are you coming tomorrow? What did the principal sir say? And where do you live? Instead of where you live. Meeting was good. Was the meeting good? Kiran Sargana, I mean, I love the sentence a lot. Kiran Sargana is like, is Kiran dead? Has he left for the day? And I've also had answer for these sentences, people saying, Kiran Sargana, no, gone. Are you so soon? Why gone so soon? Okay, where he gone? Then he gone up. He gone up is like upstairs. The answer for that is like, the college building is 4 floors, and from ground floor I went to the 2nd floor. So that's the kind of conversations I overheard, and I love that English. I love my country. Okay. Then another quick tip for us is the lingo and the kind of English teachers use in the classroom. Sometimes it is near threatening kind of lingo and pretty harsh. Hey, what are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you sitting here? Which fellow did this thing? Who is there? So please avoid. The tip for us is please avoid WH words at the beginning of a conversation. Always, whether it is the spoken conversation or the written conversation, please avoid a WH word beginning. Instead of a WH, let us use could, would, may, shall, please, and let. Could you tell me what we discussed in the class yesterday? What did we discuss in the class yesterday? What happened? How much syllabus is completed by now? So these are the kind of sentences are slightly, not very good, not very refined, not very posh. So could, would, may, shall, please, and let are some of simple words for us to begin a conversation or open a conversation. Both in the second sentence can be a WH word, fine. The first sentence in the first word, let's not have a WH word, please. Then the next point I would like to talk about is voice prompts and word prompts. Unfortunately, the English voice prompts do not support the Indian voice prompts, which support the Indian languages, do not support the English language, like oh. These these kind of voice prompts do not support the English language. So, for example, if the students ask us, sir, when would you conduct an exam? We would say, exam, exam, next week. we will have one exam, next week we will have. So that those kind of sounds are slightly funny. Trust me. I mean, I've seen students making fun of the teachers when their accent and their pronunciation and the style and the mannerisms that with which they speak. So my quick technique for you there is that pick up voice prompts, English voice prompts like so the students ask, so sir, when would we have an exam? Exam, a test for this particular chapter? We would have it next week. So there's a little of difference in the Indian voice prompts and the English voice prompts. Please get in touch with your English teachers for this, or you would find them on YouTube. Also, there are a lot of pronunciation and voice prompts, word prompt videos on YouTube. You may web search them, please. Then I'm rushing a bit as we are running short of time. Then word prompts, the most word prompts used by speakers, I mean teachers in the classroom, most of the time are okay, right, yes, yeah, that's all. There are other beautiful word prompts in English like fine, all right, wonderful, fantastic, awesome, terrific, okay, good, true, trust me, believe me. So please make a list of all the word prompts in English language. That would help you. And try and speak without okay and yeah. In place of okay and yeah, sure is another fantastic word which I've not heard many teachers using in the classroom. For example, if the students ask us, so shall we discuss this tomorrow, or would you discuss this in the class tomorrow? You can say sure. Instead of sure, I heard many teachers saying, yes, okay, yeah, we will discuss tomorrow, okay? So that's the kind of lingo and that's the kind of tone that we have. Then, yeah, okay. In order to improve the clarity of speech and in order to neutralize our accent, I felt that reading aloud every day and checking and taking feedback on how we read aloud is going to be a very important tool in neutralizing our accents or picking up good pronunciation. So let me read out a paragraph here for you. In the normal regular style, first traffic light. The first traffic light was installed in 1868 outside Britain's Houses of Parliament. It was a pair of alternating red and green gas lamps. It was used to keep the large number of horse-drawn carriages in the area from crashing one into another. It was a revolving lantern and was illuminated by gas. The lantern was turned by means of a lever at its base so that the appropriate light faced traffic. Now, probably this is one of the better ways of reading aloud, but I have seen when I was part of campus interviews and part of being a trainer on a CRT, campus recruitment training, or part of an interview panel in the campus interview selection processes. What we sometimes used to do is to give a paragraph to the candidates to read aloud, and some of them used to read aloud in a very miserable manner. For example, the first traffic light was installed in 1868 outside Britain's Houses of Parliament. It was a pair of alternating red and green gas lamps. It was used to keep the large number of horse-drawn carriages in the area from crashing one into another. It was a revolving lantern and was illuminated by gas. The lantern was turned by means of a lever at its base so that the appropriate light faced traffic. Okay, so English teachers, I'm sure, would understand the importance of reading aloud. My suggestion or tip would be for all of us, both teachers and students, to do a bit of reading aloud every day to improve our levels of confidence, to improve clarity of speech, and there's so many other advantages of reading aloud every day. Okay, another great thing that I've observed is The ing form, the present progressive, in grammatical labels, that is called the present progressive. What is your brother doing? You are working in MGIT. Are you living in Gachibowli? We are having a meeting tomorrow. He's teaching in MGIT. For sentences, in place of sentences like, what does your brother do? Do you work in MGIT? Do you live in Gachibowli? Do we have a meeting tomorrow? Does he teach in MGIT? For these kind of sentences, we use these are the sentences that you see on the screen here are not grammatically wrong, but they are present continuous tenses wherein we need to use a simple present tense. So there are 12 tenses in English. Know the usage of tenses is another important aspect. Now, it's not compulsory that a teacher has to learn the English grammar. In fact, one of the how did we really learn our mother tongue? We don't know how we've learned our mother tongue. By the age of 5 or 10, we speak our mother tongue pretty comfortably without knowing the grammar of our mother tongue. There are many school kids in Hyderabad, in India, grade 2, grade 3, grade 5 school kids who can speak English much better than I can speak. I take inspiration from them. They don't know the grammar of English language. It's just practice. It's just observation, repetition, having a right attitude of not being afraid of making mistakes. All that, all of us know. So just know the difference between, know the difference of where to use the present progressive and where not to. Then body language, I was pretty fortunate to train some of the news presenters of television and radio jockeys here in Hyderabad. So I was pretty thrilled once when I saw a radio jockey. He had absolutely no audience in front of him. He's just speaking to a wall. And the kind of animated, exaggerated way he was speaking has given me so much of inspiration, impetus to conduct myself as a very good teacher in a classroom. So they just speak to walls, and they are so articulate in the way they speak, and the body language, the modulation of voice, especially radio jockeys. Television presenter can still look at the camera. You can feel that there is somebody, that probably the cameraman is standing behind the camera, and he can talk to the cameraman as if he's talking to an individual, as if he's having a conversation with him. But a radio jockey just speaks to a wall. So when we are online, when we are conducting an online session, which what I'm doing now, I'm just imagining that some of you are physically in front of me, and I'm delivering a lecture or some tips to a classroom. Body language. There are lots of videos again on YouTube on how a teacher or a presenter, what kind of a body language they should have, and what kind of dressing they should have, as these things also play a very important role in making an impressive presentation. Okay. Now, the last tip of mine on the show today is to understand mother tongue interference or the mother tongue influence. Both now, English language has 20 vowel sounds and 24 consonant sounds. What we have learned at school is English has 5 vowels and 21 consonants. There are 2 systems in English language called the letter system and the phonetic system, the orthographic system and the phonetic sounds. The orthographic letters are 26, 5 vowel letters and 21 consonant letters. They're not alphabets, please. They are they are the letters of English alphabet. A lot of teachers, people call them alphabets. They're not alphabets, please. The set of 26 letters is called the alphabet. So there is a phonetic alphabet, and then there is an orthographic alphabet. We don't have to really learn the phonetic alphabet, but we must understand. For example, my mother tongue is Telugu. I speak English, Hindi fairly comfortably. So I understand both the Hindi and the Telugu script. It's important for all of us as teachers to understand the differences of the sound system in English and mother tongue, English and Indian. As a teacher, if your mother tongue is Telugu or Hindi, please try to find out the differences in the sound system of Telugu or Hindi and the sound system of English. And let me give you a quick tip here for you. For example, apple. The word apple, the sound, the initial sound there, it begins with the sound a, which is not present in any of the Indian languages. Now, if we try to translate this the word apple into Telugu or Hindi, we would end up writing yenugu, yapil or apil. In Hindi, we would end up writing apple or apple. If we try to write the word, not translate the word apple into sepu or seb, but if we write the word apple in the script of English language, we would end up in the script of any Indian language, we would end up writing yapil or apple. Now that's a confirmation that there are certain sounds present in English language, not present in any of the Indian languages. Vice versa also is possible. There are certain sounds present in Indian languages and not present in English. Okay? Now cat also, we would end up writing, if we are writing in the Telugu script, we would end up writing as we would end up writing cat or cart, whereas it is cat. So the same sound, apple, the beginning sound in apple and the middle sound in a, cat are the same. Right, then date, plate, rate, classmate, all these date, plate, rate. So what happens is the sound, the A sound, which is present in Indian languages like the A, E, the A sound doesn't exist in English language. So that's what is called in mother tongue interference. When there's a particular sound that doesn't exist in English language, and we substitute it with a sound which is closer to that, constitutes mother tongue interference. So now, in place of A, in English language, we have A. So therefore, it is date, plate, rate, my fate, my fate. No. So the A sound in Enugu or the Enak or Ainak, which is there in Hindi, doesn't exist in English language. In place of that, we have A. So please get to know the differences in the sound system between your mother tongue and the English language. That is another and the last important tip that I would like to give you. And I welcome your feedback. And one of the most important things of my profession have been, I always sought feedback. Almost 20 years now, I keep watching my videos. I do a lot of self-evaluation. I request my friends to watch my videos and give me feedback. So feedback is breakfast for leaders. I start my day with feedback. Feedback doesn't hurt me at all. Yeah, I know it hurts the people, but seeking feedback is the most important tip of all, I felt, in order to be a successful teacher, both online and offline. Thank you very much, MGIT, and thank you all participants. Hope to see you soon. Thank you very much. Over to Chaitanya, please.
Thank you very much, Kiran sir. I'd like to start by first thanking Mr. Kiran Chandra, our first resource person today. I appreciate your accepting our invitation and bearing with us through the technical glitches. Though we had initial problems with technology, but we were able to overcome it. But I thank all the participants for bearing with us with this. Mr. Chandrasekhar emphasized the importance of several aspects of language and teaching in his lecture, which includes a lot of Indianism, non-standard Indian English expressions in terms of vocabulary, sentence structure, right? A lot of other things. Specifically, he talked about redundancy, structure, pronunciation, allocation, teacher lingo, right? He gave a lot of real-time examples, and most of us were able to connect it. I could see the feedback. It's the chat box. A lot of people expressed, right, their a lot of compliments, right, about the kind of English being spoken in India. And we also talked about accessibilization and kept suggestions to overcome accessing problems. Thank you very much for joining us. Now I'd like to invite our second speaker, but before that, I'd like to ask if you have any questions. Let me see the chat box. If you have any questions, we'll be able to clarify them from Mr. Kiran sir. Let me see the chat box. Yeah. How do we overcome Indianisms? Yes. Is that easy or a difficult task for Indians to overcome Indianisms or non-standard Indian expressions in English?
The only way is to record, video record your sessions. Ask your colleagues to sit in your classroom. All of us human beings are very good at giving feedback and finding others' mistakes. So I'm sure if we have a very daring attitude, we might feedback from students. Ask them. Okay. Follow the tips and techniques that I have given you here, discussed here, and record your presentations, as many as possible. Go through them, consult an English teacher, request them to go through your sentences and give you feedback on that. Feedback is the main mantra.
Yeah. Another question: how do we pronounce CH? How to pronounce CH in school? The words like school and charm. Question from Kiran.
Dr. Krishna Chaitanya here himself is an English teacher, so he said school and charm orally. Okay. Very simple. Please go to web search, Google or YouTube. Just start pronunciation CH. You would get the entire list of where it is pronounced as sk and where it is pronounced as sh. That's what I was referring to when I said an inventory of the words that we come across or we use as part of our profession. Get to know the entire list of words that roll out of the mouth.
I can see a host of other questions, but time is we're running short of time. I'd like to start the next session with the permission of the participants. All other questions you can post it. We will be able to reply through email. So yeah, let me introduce our next speaker. The next speaker in today's session is Mr. Sashidhar. He has nearly 2 decades of experience in academics, educational leadership, and administration. He is an alumnus of CFL, now known as EFL University. Before taking up the present assignment in Saudi Arabia, he taught in India and North Africa. Presently, he heads the Professional Development Unit at Prince Sultan bin Abdulaziz University, where he attends to the professional development needs of English faculty from USA, Canada, UK, New Zealand, South Africa, and Middle East. In addition to his regular teaching, he is also a visiting faculty at numerous institutions in India. Mr. Sashidhar's interests include CAL, Computer Assisted Language Learning, EduTech, teacher training, learner autonomy, and academic planning. With this, with this brief introduction, I'd like to welcome our second guest speaker of today's session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chaitanya. May I have this screen activated?
It's a privilege to have you here, sir. Could you please unmute?
Okay, am I audible now? Hello?
Yes, sir. You are audible. Please go ahead.
Thank you. May I request for organizer privileges, please, so that I can share my screen?
Sure.
Sorry. Please continue, sir. It's audible.
It's not activated yet. Very good. Thank you. Could all of you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Please unmute your microphone, sir.
Okay. TVS Lakshmi from OU. Oh, that's great. That's great. Lakshmi madam, good to see you there. All right. Before we begin, I want to administer a very small, only one question, okay? So please fill it. It wouldn't take 10 seconds for you. It's in your, such a pleasure indeed, ma'am. It's in the chat box. Can you all give some work to your fingers? Can you all please click that and quick. That's good. 7, 10. Only 10. Come on, you should have some quick fingers. Quick. Some energy, some enthusiasm, please. Very good. Good going. Very good, Shivam. Very good. Fantastic. Very good. Fantastic. Okay. That's interesting. Now, okay. 9 English, both engineering and business courses. Very good. Could you see something here? Very good. Yes, yes. I have only 59 responses out of how many? 241. Out of 241, only 63. Quick. Okay. Very good, very good. Good going. See, this is for me to get an idea of who I am speaking to so that I can pitch my session accordingly. That's the point. Okay, research scholar, very good. English, chemistry, environment, okay. Very good, very good. Operations research, fantastic. Lovely. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I'm stopping it there. Now let's get back to our presentation. Could you see the screen? Okay. Right.
Shishi, sir, unmute. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. Every time I dock it's automatically getting muted, I suppose. Not an issue. All right. Now, that was for me to get an idea. Now, may I request all of you, may I see your fingers? I don't have to see, but just do that because I want to give some work to your fingers, okay? if you have a mobile phone with internet, or otherwise on a different tab of your desktop or laptop, what you do is this thing. I want you to type answer garden. Okay, I want you to do this quick. Let's look at this. Do you all see what I wanted? I wanted, okay. Just type this in your Google as I do. Look at this. Okay. All right. Do you see this? Do you see this? Okay. Could all of you see? I see. We did some warm up so that you quickly respond to. Okay. Very good. Okay. Quickly respond to. All right. If you give me a feedback, yes. Yes. Fantastic. Geeta Shri Mukherjee, ma'am. All right. Fantastic. Thank you. 1 or 2 is sufficient. Fantastic. That's good. Good. Stop there. Wow. Wow. You people are wonderful. Please stop there. All right. Now, look at this. What I'm doing, pay attention to what I'm doing so that you can do it with the students. Okay. Look at this. There is this plus. I click that. Then I get this. Okay. Here what I do. Hope you could read this. What is one thing that comes to your mind when you think of one, teaching online, teaching with technology? Okay. This is what my question is. What is that one thing that comes to your mind when you think of, we also see, I'm also trying to convey you something. Here you see 20, here 40 I made. Okay, hope all of you have opened what I requested for. Now I say create. All right. So my answer garden is created, and what you do is you can you help me? Someone is trying to say something, I suppose. Okay, look at this. You have to put this code in that page that you opened and respond to this question. Please respond to this question. Okay, what is one thing that comes to your mind when you think of teaching online, teaching with technology? Hope you got what I said. Answer garden, if you open, then it asks for, it's not, you don't do plus, you do, okay, you just do this search, and in that you insert your code and you respond. Is that clear? Okay, I'm waiting for your responses. Very good. Very good. Very good. Only 2 out of how many? We have 238. I got only 2 responses. Quick. Do you want your students to respond this way?
Sir, please repeat the question, sir.
Okay. The question is, what is one thing that comes to your mind when you think of teaching online, teaching with technology? What is it? What is that one thing that comes to your mind? Very good. Okay. Very good. Look at this. Out of 236, I got responses from, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just that much. Okay. How many of you understood what I wanted? Okay, again, okay, very good. Content, speed, students' response, very good. I sent the answer, but it's not displayed. No problem, no problem. Rapport with students, okay. Asking questions, virtual, quick sharing of content. Wow, lovely, great response. Okay, I will. Dasari Ajay sir, pay attention and we will do it. Okay. But the thing is, I must say, do you expect same kind of response from your students? Say you have 60 students, only 6 respond. Would you like it? Okay. Anyway, I'll give you another chance. This time, okay, I know. Computer planning and innovative ideas. No parole. Very good. Comfort. Very good. Now, let me do one more question. This time, all of you prove that you are. No, I expect all to respond. Banu Kumari. Okay. PPT is not required. We are only at the question. We are still at the question. I'll be switching between an activity, a tool, and presentation. A tool and presentation. Now look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 2 people said innovative teaching. We can teach online with available ICT. Exciting. That teach can do what teacher cannot. Tech can do with, okay, that tech can do without what the teacher cannot. Computer and internet is changing in learning, conducting it without technical glitches. It's a great idea. It's a great idea to make the students fantastic. Okay, now look at this. Are you with me? Are you all with me? Hope you're all with me. Good. Oh, net problem. I know.
Yes, sir.
I know. Very good. Thank you. This is beautiful. You people are amazing. Now, let me do one more question. This time, I want all of you to respond. Okay? Let's do it. This time, I need a thorough response. I want every one of you to participate this time. All right. Again, what is it that you need to do? Just type answer garden. You get it. And what you do is search. And in this search, whatever code I give, you put that code here, you will get, you will be able to respond, okay? Okay. Lenovo, Lenovo, actually you should have entered with your user ID properly. Otherwise, you are appearing as Lenovo, not with your name. Okay, don't worry. Your registered email ID, with which the coordinators. Yeah, I will Surya Sirigiri sir. I will do that. Now, quickly, my question this time is, what have you found the most challenging thing teaching online? Okay, now my question is, the most challenging thing, what have you found the most challenging teaching online? Okay, this is my second question so that I understand what to do with the next part of the presentation. Okay. Okay. All right. Now again, look at this. Here only 20 characters. Here 40 characters you can. Okay. Now look at this. Okay. Now what you do is create, and then answer garden is done. Now I'm giving you the code, okay? Please respond to it. Could you see this, the latest one? Okay. This is the latest one.
Sir, where do we need to enter this code?
Okay, where do you need to enter this code? Look at this.
Yes, sir.
I am showing you again. Please look at this. In your browser, you open your browser and do
Yes,
answer garden. You type answer garden and something will open. There you see search. You see search. Okay. And here you put, see, this is the code I gave, right? 1, 2, 6, 4. And look at this, what I'm doing. Okay. And now I can type. What's the most challenging thing? Good. Look at this. Students' response, monitoring student participation. It's flexible and it's flexible and interactive. Is it challenging? Students' attendance and network issues, engaging them with meaningful activities, managing students, speaking, technical glitches. Wow. See, the idea for me to ask you this question is, what is it that you find challenging so that I address that requirement with the tool? I'll give you environment. Okay, keeping students attentive, no issues. Are you all attentive? Are you all with me? Hope you are. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, fantastic. But look at this. We have 230 students, say, and I get only this response. Now, I don't say you're not active. I would say I have to be a human at this point in time and think, see, same is the case with you and with your students. Think about your students like, be human, okay? As you're not able to respond, they are also not able to respond. Probably they don't have good internet connection. So don't complain. Okay, try to motivate them. Try to motivate them. Now, I didn't say I'm teaching you something, but I didn't say I'm teaching you something, but I did two things till now. Two tools I introduced you. What are they? Can someone type in the chat box? Okay. Okay, Surya, Subramaniam, Velanki, Google Forms, Answer Garden. No, I did two, not one. I'm getting only Answer Garden. No, yeah, very good. Someone said Google Forms admin. I want from student participants. Very good, very good, very good. Answer Garden and Google Docs. Okay, now.
Same number we have to read. 12644.
515.
5, yes, sir.
Okay, that's the second question, and there you could see your responses. Okay, very good. Now, thank you. I got good feedback from you that we tried to learn two things. That is, Dasari Ajay. Sure, it will be. Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay. I would be switching between a tool and my presentation, a tool and my presentation. That makes it easy for you, okay? All right. Now, Now, how many of you used Google Forms and for what purpose? Can you quickly type? Why did you use Google Forms? What was the purpose? For quiz, questionnaire. Very good, Sudha, Dr. Sudha. For registration, online classes, feedback, online exam. Very good, very good, very good. Fantastic. Beautiful assessment questionnaire. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Thank you. Now, why did I use twice? Why did I use twice Answer Garden? Well, to gather data, Answer Garden, to get student certificates. No. I'm asking about Answer Garden. Why did I use Answer Garden? To know the data? Okay. Anonymous answers for better interaction, to make interactive. Lovely. For feedback, brainstorm ideas, Surya Subramaniam, very good. And test the students' responses. No, it is not to test you at all. Brainstorm, yes. Very good, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, very good. Shall we stop there? All right, let me move to keep participants engaging, to educators make use of this tool. That's the point, Ankit Sondi, fantastic. To gain your attention, probably, to some extent, okay, all right. And Lalita Kumari, flexibility, very good. Check students' activeness, very good. Now, thank you. Please stop there. I'll tell you the point in mind. Why did I use this? Look at this. See, for example, are you all able to hear me? Hope you're able to, aren't you? All right. Okay. Yes, interactive. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Sarita. Thank you. Okay, can be used to activate the schemata in classroom. Fantastic, Surya. Okay, as always. Okay. See, for example, we cannot have a class 100% online. Imagine you're all my students. Today you have come to class.
Laptop every day he keeps.
Okay. Can you all mute yourselves mistakenly if someone's mic is on? I would request those who are unmuted accidentally, can you please turn your mic? Can you just mute it, please? Thank you. Okay. All right. Now, you're all my students. You've come today to my class, and yesterday I have given you a video. Okay, I can give you a video. I can give you a link to a video. I can give you a text. Okay. I have asked you to read, go through, okay, so that my today's class is dependent on that, okay. So I need you to have understood what is there in that, okay. So I am here to check whether you have understood it or not. That is one purpose for me to continue with my today's class. Number two, as most of you said, brainstorming. Say we got an idea, quickly brainstorm. Third, as Surya mentioned, I want to start something new. I don't know what's your level of understanding of this concept. Then I try to get a very quick idea from you, what you know, so that I can take you from what you know to what you don't know. Okay? And very interesting thing. Say all of your faculty members, you wanted to go out. Okay? Let us not be, let us have some fun also in life. Okay? Okay. So we all wanted to go out. So you say our Chaitanya, he's organizing a get-together, or our Chaitanya is organizing something. So he requested, what is your preferred restaurant to go out? Or what's your preferred resort for this year's outing? Isn't it easy? Isn't it fun? You see, there is so much fun, there is so much engagement, there is so much feedback. Is that clear? All right. Hope you understood the two tools now. Do you all agree with me? Do you all agree with me?
Yes, we will.
Okay. What is this? Okay. Now I want a very quick response. How many of you belong to one? How many of you belong to two? People don't change when you give them an option, okay? They change when they realize. Say, I don't belong to this. I change with time. I change with the situation. This is, people change when they realize that there is no other option. Which category do you belong to? Do you change when it is a must, or do you change with, you know, okay, I'm getting responses here. Let me see. Who's saying what? Two. They change when they realize that there is no other option. Oh my God. Most of you with two. Sonam one, Pavan one. Very good ones. Very good ones. Lovely, lovely. Twos are also very good. Twos are also very good. Twos are also very good. Okay, that is for now. Now, I have introduced to you two wonderful tools. Now we go to another very interesting tool, okay? The third tool. How many of you, I want quick response from you. I want, yeah, Arcia, thank you. We move to the next application. Could all of you see what is there here? Flipgrid.com. Okay. Okay. Change is the only constant. Thank you so much, Dr. Chandra. Change is the only constant. Fantastic. Okay. Now, my next question, I move to, how many of you see my screen? Flipgrid.com. How many of you could see that? Okay. How many of you have used this? Okay. I don't know, Flipgrid. Thank you, Shivam. Thank you. Okay, Meenakshi, yes. Okay, very good, very good. I can. Very good, very good. Good. Fantastic. Now, this is another very, thank you. I got fantastic feedback. Lovely. Never heard. Good. See, how is it? I'll let me get back to you. I appreciate your enthusiasm and participation. You have been fantastic audience. Very good. Now look at this. Flipgrid, what it is, I'll try to make you understand as quickly as possible. You have to try it. You have to try it. And I'm giving you just introductory, I'm giving you an introduction to it. Look at that. Please watch it. Please watch it.
Head over to Flipgrid.com and create a free Flipgrid account with your Microsoft or Google email address. Once you've signed up, let's create your first grid. Your grid is your class, so I'll name mine 6th grade reading. Select a grid type. I'll select school email, which will allow my students to access the grid using their school email address. If you're teaching younger learners without email, you can choose the student ID option. Students do not need to create an account. They will use this code to access the grid. You can personalize it, so I'm going to make mine remote reflection. Limit access to the grid by entering your school emails. Enter everything after the @ symbol. Add multiple emails for students and educators. Now that you're
Tirupati Reddy sir, it must be your connectivity issue, but otherwise it's fantastic. Or I'll do something. I will also turn my video off so that some bandwidth could be saved. Okay. 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 Okay, please pay attention this time. This is, hope you could see educators here for teachers, huh?
Head over to Flipgrid.com and create a free Flipgrid account with your Microsoft or Google email address. Once you've signed up, let's create your first grid. Your grid is your class, so I'll name mine 6th grade reading. Select a grid type. I'll select school email, which will allow my students to access the grid using their school email address. If you're teaching younger learners without email, you can choose the student ID option. Students do not need to create an account. They will use this code to access the grid. You can personalize it, so I'm going to make mine remote reflection. Limit access to the grid by entering your school emails. Enter everything after the @ symbol. Add multiple emails for students and educators. Now that your grid is created, you'll see that we have automatically created a discussion prompt to help introduce Flipgrid to your learning community. Let's make a new discussion prompt. In Flipgrid, we call those topics. You can add links, videos, or anything you want your learners to view prior to recording a video response. Or hop on over to the Disco library, where there are thousands of ready-to-use topic templates available. Now that you have created your topic, you are ready to share with your learners. Share the link or code with your learning community. This is how your students will access Flipgrid and start posting videos. For step-by-step student instructions and more resources to help you use Flipgrid, check out the links in the description below.
Okay. That is for 1 second, my friends.
Hey everybody, Krishna.
Okay, that is for educators. Now, look at this. What is it that it has for students? Look at this.
Join your class Flipgrid by entering the code from your teacher in the free iOS or Android app. Or enter the code at flipgrid.com on any web browser. You'll be asked to log in with your school email address or student ID from your teacher. Now that you're in, let's tap that green plus to record a video. In Flipgrid, you can pause your video to record multiple segments, add filters, turn on whiteboard mode, and more. Once you're done, you can review and edit your video or record more. When you're ready to share, tap next and take a selfie. This is the image that will appear on the grid. Click submit to share your video to the grid, and that's it. Your video is on the grid.
Okay, now how will this help? I will show you. Quickly look at it. Look at this. Look at this. Resources. You will understand. Okay. Sure. Okay, look at this. 1 second, give me a moment. Learn the foundations. All of you try to visit this site. You will understand, because if I start taking you through this Flipgrid, our session will not be sufficient. So I'm introducing you. You have numerous YouTube videos, and that will help you, okay, step by step, and itself is sufficient, okay. Now, remote learning with Flipgrid, just look at that. Look at that. Remote learning with PDF, okay. Look at this, high school, university, anyone can join this. It has all useful resources, okay. This is another very engaging, okay. Give me a second. All right. Now, we move back to our presentation. Okay, very good. So how many tools did we learn about till now? How many tools did we learn about? Okay. How is it different from Archana Jain? Okay, Archana Jain, this is 1 second. Google Classroom, this response is to Archana Jain. Google Classroom is a learning management system, okay? Whereas Flipgrid is a response system. You give some task, okay? You give a video and your students respond with the picture, with an audio, with a video, with, you know, it's amazing. Okay, what's the fourth one? Fourth one I haven't reached yet. I'm coming. Okay, so what? No, I don't need numbers. I want you to type how many tools did we learn till now? Or otherwise better I put it, how many tools did we get to know about? What are they? Google Forms, you know it already. You have been using extensively. Answer Garden, very good, and Flipgrid. Now, fantastic. Now, this is very important because I see from the participants you might have seen what's happening. Some people are completely not aware that their cameras are on, aren't they? So this is some quick 20 tips on how you should be before your camera when you're teaching online. This is very important. Then we move to another tool, or tons of tools rather. Okay. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you are, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Tips to look presentable in video call. Number 1. Stay in the center of the screen. Your face shouldn't be too high or too low. Number 2. Camera should be at face level and should maintain a distance of 30-inch or 1 arm distance. Number 3. Light should be in front of you, not behind you. Number 4. While using a phone for video call, make sure it's in landscape mode. Number 5. Your background should be preferably plain or minimalistic. If possible, use a virtual background with your company logo. Number 6. Try to make sure nobody keeps moving around behind you while you are in the meeting. Number 7. Keep the camera on. It's considered indecent to keep the camera off. Number 8. Keep the mic on mute when you are not speaking. Number 9. Rename to make sure your company and your name appears. Number 10. Try being still. Do not move a lot. And don't fidget. Number 11. Eating is not considered decent. However, sipping a cup of coffee or off. Number 8. Keep the mic on mute when you are not speaking. Number 9. Rename to make sure your company and your name appears. Number 10. Try being still. Do not move a lot. And don't fidget. Number 11. Eating is not considered decent. However, sipping a cup of coffee or tea is fine. Number 12. When you have to speak, speak in normal tone. Do not shout. Number 13. Always be on time, or 5 minutes early for meeting. Number 14. Dress smart and appropriately. You might have to stand. Number 15. When you are done, let the team know by telling, I am done or thank you. Number 16. Stick to the time limit. Do not exceed it. Number 17. Always have a pen and paper handy to make notes of important points in meeting. Number 18. Make sure your battery power, mic, speakers, internet connection, and camera are all up and running. Number 19. Be attentive, focused, and avoid multitasking. Number 20. If you have to speak, prepare and practice your presentation or script. Most importantly, be yourself. And
Thank you. Okay, now I am getting here. Quickly, I need some response. How many tips did we learn from this small video clip?
20.
How many tips? 20. 20. Okay, fantastic, beautiful. Now I'm changing my question.
Shishi sir, unmute yourself. Shishi sir, unmute yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I know you are fully warmed up. Your fingers are working very fast. Thank you. My next question. I'm checking you now. How many centimeters or inches should you be away from your monitor? 30 inches, 30 centimeters. Okay. Okay, very good. 3 meters, who's that? Okay, 30. Right. Yes, very good. Thank you. Now, always what should you ensure? That whether you are audible or not is what is to be ensured when you're making your presentation. If you just go on, most of your audience may not be listening to you, right? So please be careful that you don't bring a scale and measure, right? The simplest way is, an arm's length. An arm's length is sufficient. Now, now I'm going to share with you convenient, but don't be very close so that your nose looks like something, okay? Your nose looks like, I shouldn't be describing, and I'm sure all of you got it, right? Right. Now, we're going to the next very important one because for the questions you have put to the first presenter, from there, I understand you need to go to this. Okay, 1 second. I am putting this link in the chat box, and I'm also showing you in the browser. Let's look at this. Give me a second because, okay. What is the site? Workaroo. What is the site? Workaroo. Okay. How to use it? Okay. Did anyone of you open it? Did anyone of you open it? Okay. Now, there is this mic, right? Just click it and speak. Hello, everyone. How are you? Hope you're all with me. Hope you're all being engaged. Hope you're all learning something new. Okay, now look at this. I stopped that. Okay, I stopped it and I play it. Okay, now look at this. Whatever I wanted to say, I could say and share. Now, I don't have to consume space on your WhatsApp. See, I'm your English teacher and I've asked you to say or describe something and send it on the class WhatsApp group. And if everyone sends, your phone space will be gone. So you ask your students to use Wakaru. They will record and they will use this. They will use this and just copy that. And what you do, you have your WhatsApp, you put that, and there you go. And there you can listen to what I said. Can anyone do that in the chat box? Can anyone do that in the chat box? You recorded your voice and you, okay, Vijay Babu Palakuri, here I got yours. Look at that. Vijay Babu Palakuri, he has sent, fantastic. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? At least 1, 2. Let's have some hands on. No tablets, Shashi Kiran, very good. Meenakshi, fantastic. Look at this. Dasari Ajay, amazing.
Sir, it's wonderful. I could do it.
Thank you so much.
Sir, it's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Sir, it's wonderful. I could do it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay. Wow, lovely. Gayatri, Dasari Ajay, Meenakshi, Shashi Kiran. Wow, very good. Fantastic. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Shall we move to the next application? Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you. Now, most of you asked certain questions with regard to pronunciation, right? So this is your go-to site. This is your go-to site. If you are really interested, see, we are not native speakers, but still we do very well with our English. But sometimes we may have to refer to certain words for pronunciation. So say quickly you want to know the pronunciation of this. Look at this. What is the site? Youglish. What is it? Youglish. Look at that. All of you. What is the site? Youglish. Look at this. Now, what is the word I typed here? Can someone quickly respond? Courage, right? You see how many responses I have?
Courage.
Yeah, yeah. Courage.
Courage.
Yeah, yeah. Look at this. And I have 11,151 responses here. And I have US pronunciation accent, UK, Australia, all. Okay. Now look at this. This is the feature. Listen to. On your mark, get, set, go.
You can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Because believing that the dots will connect down the road.
Now it was the courage.
Now do you see the next one? I click the next one. First it was Steve Jobs. Now another speaker, how she is saying this word courage. How she is pronouncing this word courage. You see, that's highlighted. And you see, I repeat it.
Now it was the courage involved. Now it was the courage involved. Now it was the courage involved of radical.
Now I move to the next. Say, I didn't understand the speaker. I want to listen to it from another speaker.
So why not have the courage to do what you believe in? So why not have the courage to do what you believe in? Have the guts to be called.
Okay, now, yes. Did you understand what I tried to do? Did you learn something? What is the website?
Pronunciation.
Okay. Okay, this is where, for you to improve your, yes, Dasari Ajay, that is English. Okay, different accent. It's not just different accents. You learn to pronounce a word and try to understand pronunciation in different accents so that you form your own. Fantastic, Amanullah. Thank you. All right. So the website. Okay. Okay. Now I'll show you another aspect of this. Look at this. Say you wanted to learn some other language, say Arabic, say Chinese, say Dutch, French, German, Italian, Japanese, you name it, you have it. For you to improve your pronunciation of a specific word in context, okay? Someone's mic is on and that's slightly disturbing. If you can manage, whosoever, thank you. Okay, so now can you quickly type for me what all did we learn? How many apps? I want you to type all of them, not number. I want you to type the names of the apps or websites. I want you to type.
Answer card.
No
Flipgrid,
numbers.
Lucaro, Uglish.
Very good, very good, very good. Archana did a fantastic job. Very good. Vasanta, fantastic. Farhat, good. Lenovo. Krishna Mohan, oh, very good. Gayatri, Gausia, fantastic. Saravana, very good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get back. Let's get back. Okay. Chaitanya, how much time do I have? Hello? Hello, Chaitanya, how much time do I have? Hello? Hello? Okay. 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 Look at this. We discussed some engaging apps, Answer Garden, Flipgrid. Padlet we didn't discuss, right? Padlet we will discuss, and we will do a bit of Kahoot, Quizlet quizzes, okay, and try to understand. Now, how many of you used Kahoot in your classes? Kahoot. How many of you? Quick. If you have done it, I will not deal with it, okay? Are these, no. Someone asked a question, are these, okay. Then quickly I will do. Then quickly, I think as I see very few numbers, I will do it quickly. I'll do it quickly. And very good. Ajmera, fantastic. Thank you. Let's get back, huh? Let's get back. Very good. Now look at this. Someone asked me, are these all developed by your institute? No. These are all available for everyone for free. That's the point, okay? Kahoot. Okay. Look at this. I have logged into kahoot.com. I will type it for you. Look at this. Quickly, I'll do that. Krishna Mohan Sharma, thank you. May I request Mr. Pavni? Very good. Let's look at this. Kahoot.com. Okay, right. That's the website for you as a teacher. I'm a teacher, so I need it. But as a student, you don't need this. What you need is kahoot.it. This is what is required. As a student, you would need kahoot.it. Okay? For now, okay. The organizer expects me to turn my video on, but the thing is, there may be a little problem with the bandwidth, so I'm stopping it. I think content is more important than my face, okay? Okay. Thank you so much. Now look at this. I am logging in. I created, okay. See, look at this. Look at this. When I wanted to sign in, it says that. Don't get carried away with this. Okay. The features that we use is unpaid version. So you say, thanks, maybe later. Okay. You do that. And I am logged in. Now, this is my home. Look at that, my Kahoot home. And these are my Kahoots. These are my Kahoots. Kahoots are nothing but very interactive quizzes, okay? Look at this. These are all my quizzes. This is a course I teach, okay? So I created these questions for my students so that they play and learn. See, people like you will also enjoy doing this, right? So shall we quickly, yeah. Do I have some do I have someone, is someone trying to say something to me?
Yes, sir. We have 5 more minutes left for the session.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll stop it there. I'll quickly give an idea of what I wanted to do so that I'm open for questions. See, when you open Kahoot, You have to log in like that, and these are your created things. See, in Kahoot, what you can do is you don't have to do anything. You can discover. You can discover, Yani. Look at this. You want to teach something in English or present tense. Okay. Okay. Now, sorry, discover. You have to search discover. Okay. When you say discover, someone has created for sure on present tense. Look at that. See, someone has made it. I will check it and see, edit. I can edit, I can play and understand. And if I like it, I duplicate it. Look at this. When I duplicate it, I will see it in my Kahoots. Did you see? It's in my Kahoot. Now it is mine. So how you teachers can work is, see, I'm teaching unit 1, you're teaching 2, the third teacher is teaching unit 3. We will work as a team, we will create exercises, and we will share. Okay, now look at this, share. And I can change it. Look at this, rename. Look at this. One second. Sorry if I'm late. Look at this, rename. Okay,
No problem,
now,
sir, continue.
Now I removed that duplicate, saved it. Look at this. Now this is my Kahoot, and my students can play. And not just that, look at this, reports. May I know who that is, that lovely kid?
I'm muting also.
All right. Okay.
Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, I unmuted myself. Okay. See, these are the reports. These are the reports of the games people played, my students played. Okay. And here, open, look at this. I get it in an Excel sheet. I can see how my students scored. This can be, look at this. Players, how many? 207. Okay, so look at this. Down, print, download, delete. Say I download it. I will have who has got how many. See, now it is very difficult for us to conduct quizzes and stuff like that. Let us make it a bit interesting. Okay, your quiz is like this. Set a time, start the quiz, set a time limit, and your quiz is ready, your report is ready, just you have to upload it, as simple as that. Okay, now I get back to my presentation. Look at this. What did we do? We logged in. We can create Kahoots, we can duplicate Kahoots, we can share Kahoots, we can work together as a team in Kahoots. Okay, now Chaitanya, how much time do I have? Okay, no issues. Look at this. This is classic, this is team. You can play it as a team with your family. You can play it classic because now students are in their homes. You can do that. Just what you need to do is just give them the pin and Kahoot it. They will enter the game. What you can do, create, discover, reports, duplicate. Is that clear? Quizlet is another very interesting application, okay, website rather. It's very, very interesting. I must say Kahoot is engaging at that moment, but Quizlet, it is for synchronous and asynchronous. You create something, your student can learn at home at his convenience. You can go live, stuff like that. Let me see if I can quickly show you the interface itself. Okay, very interesting and engaging. Quizlet. Quizlet. Okay. Look at this. This is my Quizlet. This is my Quizlet. This is another class of mine. You can have it for your class. What can your students do? Look at this. See, this is one of the thing. Look at this. Flashcards, learn, write, spell, test, match, gravity, live. How many varieties of activities you have for just one set? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types of activities you need to explore, because we are running short of time, so I'm rushing. Okay, but the point is, if I give you an idea, what is there available for free, which is very engaging, I'm trying to present. Okay, so that you explore. Okay, if you have any questions, we will see. These are the things. Quizzes is another very interesting thing from India, and from engineering to medicine to English to everything you have. Anything under the sky you have here on quizzes. And this is very interesting, but it seems time is not sufficient. I will share this slide so that you follow this and do what. Okay, we'll decide is like this. Quickly, I will show you. Okay. All right. Quickly look at it. We'll decide. Okay. Look at this. Okay. You have a wheel, and here wheel builder. Okay. Choice. Good. Bad. Worse. Okay, I have something. Okay. I can do 101 things. Apply changes. Okay. Here I can write all the questions. Here I can write all the questions. Okay, bad. Now I open another wheel decide here. Now here I put my students' names. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Okay. Quickly, can the moderator help me with some names? Okay, Chaitanya. Meenakshi, right? The other name?
Yes, sir.
Meenakshi, please help me so that I can.
Sure, sir. You need more names?
Names.
Yeah, Kiran.
Kiran. Next. Speed up.
Rajwal.
Rajwal.
Please
Sophia.
mute your.
Sophia.
Sultana.
Mic.
Okay.
Please mute your microphones.
Apply changes. Apply changes. Now I have names here. Now here, all these are my students in my class. Chaitanya. Now you have to speak. You have to speak about a bad experience you had.
Very interesting.
Do it now.
Yeah, well, in the morning, we thought of starting at 10 o'clock, but we've got technical glitches. We couldn't start on time. But the session, the moment we started, we got very good response, and participants stayed with us, understood our problems.
Okay. See, thank you so much, Chaitanya. See, do you think your students would like this, or
yes,
make them sit, Shashidhar speak, Chaitanya speak? There is no joy in it. Okay.
Yeah, they are not
definitely like this.
yeah.
Yes. Now,
Mute
come
me.
on.
Unmute.
Okay. I think I'm running short.
Please unmute.
Okay. See, give them a stimulus. Give them a stimulus. Look at this. Now, I have this. Give them a stimulus like this. Okay. You are teaching some amazing students, right? They are more creative. So, look at this. Okay. Now, say you are taking a class, you showed this to your students, ask the students to watch this video, divide the students into different groups. Online, you can do that, okay? You have a student of, you have, you know, a class of 60 students, ask them, divide them into, you know, the names, everything, right? Okay, ask them to think creatively about what they will create to build a smarter planet. They can draw a simple poster to help them explain their ideas. In this, you have seen a simple curve gave space for someone to sit. A simple curve gave shade to someone, gave shelter to someone, right? So students are amazing. They are very creative. And this can be a project. You can ask them to write a project. All right. So sky is the limit if we are creative. If we are creative. Now, I don't know how many of you know what is Google Board. Okay. You can do this with VR. Here are some ideas. But the point is, lessons I learned from my self-reflections. The world changes so rapidly. So does the trend of L2. Chaitanya, can we unmute only one or two participants so that they read it rather than me reading it? Only one. Okay, others, please keep silent. Okay, it's a request. Okay, who's reading this?
Shall I read, sir?
Someone volunteer, please go on.
Okay.
No?
Yes, please go on.
One person, please.
Only
Lessons
one person.
I learned from, yes, sir. Lessons I learned from my self-reflections.
The world changes so rapidly. The trend of
L2, teaching and learning.
One person, please.
Only one.
Probably. One person.
Only one.
Yeah.
It's a request.
Hello,
only
ma'am.
one. Yeah, please.
Yes, Archana, please continue.
They'll read.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Shall I read once again, ma'am?
Yes, Archana, start.
Thank you. The world changes so rapidly. So does the trend of L2 teaching and learning. Technology and multimodal digital literacies cannot be separated from such changing trend. L2 teachers need to continuously learn fast and creatively adapt to the new trend. L2 teachers need to keep questioning. How can I make my class much more interesting? How can I make my class much more engaging? How can I make my class much more interactive?
Thank you so much, Archana.
Thank you so much, sir.
May I request another participant to quickly read this? Another, only one.
This is Pawan.
Yeah, Pawan, please continue.
General pedagogical theories, motivation and engagement, personalization, timely feedback, cooperative learning, authentic learning, flipped learning, experiential learning, project-based learning, adapted from
Okay, that is the source. Okay? If your class is filled with this, your students will love your class, and you know it's all pedagogical principles. Okay, your students pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge, and technological knowledge. This will lead to all of this. Okay, and my friends, may I have someone else read this, please?
Technology is just a tool. The most important one is basically us, the teacher. Every time we teach, we need to start with the lesson and then start thinking what might be helpful to make our lesson successful and at the same time facilitate students' learning. We also need to keep asking, is this activity actually relevant with the general pedagogical and L2 learning theories? If not, then we need to modify the activities.
Thank you so much. Okay. Hope I made sense. I think I took 1 hour 10 minutes, and this is more important, dear friends. This is really very important. What is that? Quick, can someone read it?
Doctors don't make you healthy. Teachers don't make you learn. Trainers don't make you fit. Coaches don't make you rich. At some point,
one person, please.
Only one person, if you can. Only one.
Rest of them, please mute your microphones. We appreciate that.
Okay, the point is,
doctors don't make you healthy. Teachers don't make you learn. Trainers don't make you fit. Coaches don't make you rich. At some point, you have to realize your growth is your responsibility.
do you all agree with me, my friends? My fellow teachers, do you all agree with me? Fantastic response. Okay, so 1 second. Okay, thank you. Let's get back to another. Quickly, I'm doing something quickly. Please, all of you read it for yourself. Now give some exercise for yourself. Read it for yourself. Don't read it.
Shishi sir, if you don't mind, can you please make it a little faster? Thank you.
Chaitanya, am I audible?
Shishi sir, you are audible. You are audible, sir. You can mute.
Please read it for yourselves. Online teaching and learning and teaching assumes a very high level of comfort with education technology, as well as sound grounding on the principles of teaching and learning. This is very important. You should know first what involves teaching, what involves learning. Then you choose the tool. Okay? Technology is just a tool that needs to be used wisely. Okay, don't run after 101 tools. There are 1,000 tools available in the market. Don't run after them. What is that fits into your lesson? Choose it. Okay. And thank you. And if you have any questions, I'm open.
Yeah, participants, if you have any questions, please type them in chat box to avoid background noise. Please don't speak. Please type. Thank you. I'm muting all again. Those who'd like to ask any questions, kindly type in the chat box. Please unmute.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
No,
So
Kahoot, 1 second. Kahoot doesn't have a limit of 50 participants. Kahoot, if you have seen my slide, 270 to 300 people participated in my quiz. Okay, so there is no limit.
Yeah, if you have any questions, kindly post in the chat box. We'll be able to.
There is this little.
One question, please. Yeah, thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Sir, shall I ask one question, sir?
Please, sir.
Sir, my voice is audible, sir?
It is
so audible. Can you please?
Okay, sir. Just I am also following your class, sir. Now I have a little doubt. Many of our people just tell about methods of teaching, techniques, and such kind of methods, approaches like that. They are just tell they will tell like that, and just they follow. But my question is that there is no particular theory to teach language. Generally, if I ask you some about some theories, structural method is there, theory, social cultural theory is also there. So if you make a uniform theory for teaching language, I think it is better for teaching English in uniform direction. So you don't have such kind of theories. What do you talk? What is your opinion about new learning theory? Do you have any idea about this, sir?
Okay. See, for me, no single method or technique works. Okay. Someone, can you please mute? Post talking, can you please mute? Okay. Mute yourselves. Okay. See, no.
Shishi sir, unmute and continue.
With my little experience, with my very little experience of close to 2 decades, I'm telling you, no single method works all the time for all audience. Okay. It's eclectic approach that works best. You know, structural, grammar translation, direct, everything works. Okay. So for me, it is eclectic approach which works best. And Kahoot, you have to use free version, and if you are good to pay, you get more options in Kahoot. Okay, you can also make it a formative assessment tool. You can also make it asynchronous tool if you pay for it. But why should we pay when we have so many other things available? Whatever we can use in a specific tool, let us use. Okay. Screencast-O-Matic is fantastic. Yes, that is for you to give feedback. That is for you to ask your students to give video feedback, or that's for your students to give video presentations, you know, from remote locations. Screencast-O-Matic, fantastic.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, my contact details are here, sir. This is my Twitter handle. This is my Gmail ID. Sure, I will.
Yeah, I think we will wind up the session, sir. With your permission, sir.
Thank you so much. You
can unmute and talk, Meenakshi ma'am and Shishida sir.
Yeah, Mr. Shashidhar, this is Meenakshi. Just
Madam,
one question
please.
about live streaming the YouTube videos, which you did so effortlessly.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do that on my online classes. I was able to live stream the video, but the audio wasn't getting across. So is that something that was difficult just for me, or is it problematic generally speaking?
No. I think it's problem of connectivity.
It's connectivity. Okay.
That's it. That's a very serious concern. That's a very serious concern. I wanted if we had 2 hours or if we had a half an hour session, I could have also taken you through the genuine problems students face and which teachers don't understand with some real authentic examples wanted to. Students also have some very serious problems with technology.
We'll invite you again, Shashidhar. We'll invite you again for another session. But for lack of time, I think we should be winding up now.
I understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Chaitanya, please propose the
you
vote
can.
of thanks.
I request all the participants post your questions to our email ID. We will send it to the resource persons, or you can contact resource persons directly because you have their mail ID. It is on the screen. Okay, I request all the participants not to come up with new questions because we're already running short of time. I hope you understand. But your questions can be answered if you can post it to us or to the resource person. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you very much for an enlightening and entertaining Shashi sir.
Such a pleasure.
Because your presentation was able to apply technology in online teaching and how this helps in offline teaching as well. Technology assisted language learning, which is considered to be the most important thing in today's you address the point very well, and most of the participants have got a lot of information inputs in terms of a variety of technological tools which can be used both online as well as offline. I'm sure all the participants appreciated your lecture and felt as if you were speaking directly to each one of us. The content was intriguing and I plan to learn more. It was a very interactive session and you demonstrated innovative techniques to teach online. In fact, your talk falls well within the theme of the FDP, 1,000 teachers, 1,000 methods, techniques, approaches, and an eclectic way of doing like a combination of methods. All these really work in today's context. So I thank you once again for your wonderful inputs and thank you all.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure. Thanks to all the participants for being so patient. Thank you so much.
Krishna Chaitanya sir. Sir?
Please, ma'am. Please.
Yes, sir. Shashi sir.
Thank you,
share
sir.
Mobile number, sir.
We will send you a message, ma'am. I take permission of Shashi sir and share his number to you.
Okay, and one more. Can you share the recorded information, sir? Today's session.
Yeah, today's recorded. We have a plan to record everything and then keep it in the YouTube, but it takes time to generate the link. So as soon as we generate a link, we'll be able to share it to you over your emails and WhatsApp messages.
Yes, sir. Because in the meantime, we have technical glitches.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Connecting, disconnecting like that.
Yeah, that happens because we can't rely on technology all the time. But yeah, today, because of that technical glitches, we started session almost 15 minutes late. But I appreciate participants because they were present.
Thank you very much for your
information. Thank you all very much, participants.
Chaitanya sir, please.
Sharing your precious time and bearing with us. And thank you for your patience as well. Thank you all very much.
Chaitanya sir, if possible, share the footages at the earliest in YouTube.
Sure, sir. But it takes time because uploading in YouTube 2 hour session takes time. We will be able to share the link.
Big congrats to you.
Thank you very much for your encouraging words. That really helps.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable information, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyhow, good to see you all. Good job.
A few instructions for tomorrow's session. Feedback link is already shared on WhatsApp group as well as chat box here. You can give your feedback on both the sessions today, session 1 of Kiran Sirs and session 2 of Shashi Sirs. Number 2, we have a plan to share YouTube replay video, but that takes time because we will upload it and probably takes another 2 to 3 hours. But we will share it at your free time. You can watch it. And for tomorrow's session, it can accommodate only 250 people. So first come, first served. You know it better. Even tomorrow's session, we will put it in YouTube and we will generate a link and share it to you. Those who missed attending here can also watch YouTube videos. There you can enter your details. And e-certificate, many of you are asking, we will be providing e-certificates to all the participants as soon as we are done with the procedure. So it takes a week's time, as I told you earlier.
Hello.
Yeah, if you have any other questions, please ask. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, please, sir.
Hello. Sir, just wanted to know that like today's session was amazing. Thank you so much. So tomorrow, do we have to join with the same link, or a new link will be provided? Because I'm not there in the group.
Yeah, Shashi sir, can you please stop your screen sharing, sir?
Sure.
Yeah, thank you. Sir, yeah, the link will be the same for 2 days, today and tomorrow. That's a unique link. And participation purely depends on if you can join half an hour before the time, before the session time, you'll be able to log in without any problem.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you. Shall we wind up, or do you have any other questions? Yeah, I think that will do. If you have any questions.
Yeah, thank you, Meenakshi ma'am. It was such a pleasure.
Pleasure is ours to have you here, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Shashidhar. Thank you very much.
My WhatsApp group
thank you to Kiran.
With messages, appreciations for both the speakers.
That's great. We go back a long way, actually. Years back, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
We'll see you all tomorrow morning with 2 very interesting sessions again.
Thank you, Kiran sir.
Bye, everybody.
Hello.
Bye.
Krishna Chaitanya sir.
Please, ma'am. Continue.
Hello, Krishna Chaitanya sir. Actually, I'm not added to the WhatsApp group.
Thank you.
Hello, Krishna Chaitanya sir. Could you please add me into the WhatsApp group?
Yeah,
I'm Miss Lalita Kumari.
Yeah. WhatsApp group is already full. We created a Telegram group, but that somehow there was a technical problem with that. So we will create one more group and add you now. But I'm not sure right now, but we will be doing it.
Thank you so much, sir. Both the sessions were quite nice. They were very informative. Thanks a lot for the MGIT to conduct such a FDP.
Thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So with the permission of participants, I'm going to close the meeting. If you still have any questions, one or two, kindly ask. I'm muting everyone. If you have any questions, kindly unmute and ask. Those participants with questions can unmute themselves and ask. And others can disconnect from the meeting. We will meet tomorrow. As mentioned, today's session will be uploaded in the YouTube and the link will be shared. It takes few hours, so bear with us.
Sir, Chaitanya sir, I have a small question, sir. Can I ask you now? Otherwise, can I make a phone call, sir? It's your choice, sir.
Yeah.
Can I ask you now?
Ask it.
Sir, actually, while conducting quiz on Google Forms, Actually, the questions we can shuffle, and the shuffle questions will be shared to the student. And we cannot give question number to each question. If you give the question number to each question in the question box, the number will be revealed to the students. That's why what I'm requesting is there any app or any kind of software through which we can shuffle the question number also along with the second question associated with the same. Actually, this question.
Sir, lot of background noise. I am not able to. Just a minute.
It's not from.
Kindly unmute yourself and talk. Please, only one person.
Actually, I'm on the question, sir. So there is no background noise from my side. My question is actually while using Google Forms, whatever the question we are typing and the question we are shuffling the order and we are conducting this to students. What is happening is questions are getting shuffled, but the question number is not getting shuffled, so that they can easily trace out with question number. So regarding this, is there any app so that we can enter question number in a separate box associated with the same question? Could you please ask if there, sir, or from your side, could you help me in this regard, sir, so that I'll be more grateful to you.
Yeah, sure, sir. We will inform Shashi sir about it, and we will seek his response, and we'll get back to you.
Yes, sir.
Same
question. Yes, sir. Same question associated with the question number. Two are given two different boxes, and the shuffling should be done. There is any app like that or software? Kindly share with us. Please, sir.
Sure, sir. You can send this question to our email ID. We will be reaching you out shortly. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Hello. Yeah. I'm winding up. If you have any questions, please contact us or email because it's high time I should be closing. Sorry for that. Hope you understand. Thank you. A record in close and meeting for all.
Don't worry about that.